Here we go, everyone. We're going to look at the On The Fly feature. The On The Fly feature allows you to create a question off the top of your head and ask it instantly without having to type anything in. The trade-off to that is it doesn't appear on the players' screens on their devices or on the live screen. They only get to hear it audibly. So I'm in the middle of a round and I decide I want to put a question in, a random question that I've just thought of. There's a little button down there, a little aeroplane icon, which says Insert On The Fly Question. I press that. I'm presented with three options: letters, multiple choice and numbers when we're in a keypad round. So I'm going to click on letters, first letter of the answer question. You'll see now on the player devices that there's no longer a space at the top for the question to show because people won't get to see it. So I'm going to think of a question off the top of my head. I'm going to ask the question, Steven Tyler is famously the lead singer in what rock band? And people start answering the question. At this point I do know the answer. Obviously I need to know the answer, so I'm going to put that in there whilst they're answering, and I'm start the 10-second countdown. So then all you do is you read it out exactly the same as you would as a normal question, but you don't get to see the word Aerosmith on the screen. You just have to say it. So I would say 5 teams answered correctly. The correct answer is A for Aerosmith. For the fastest correct answer, the bonus points goes to Manuel.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only...
Okay, this time I decide I want to insert a multiple choice question. Same again, I hit the little aeroplane icon and I'm going to press multiple choice. Here's an example of what you could use it for on the fly. You might have just announced that there's a new quiz starting next week on a different night of the week, a sports quiz, and you might say to them, right, is the new quiz, the sport quiz next week, is it A, going to be on a Monday, B, Tuesday, C, Wednesday, D, Thursday, E, Friday? And I start the 10 seconds. And whilst they're answering, I know what the answer is, so I'm going to put the answer in on that screen, on my screen. They're answering the question. It depends whether they're paying attention or not. And you would say to them, right, 4 teams answered correctly. The answer was C, Wednesday. Okay, same again, but with a number question. I tick that and I tick the number icon. Right, another example, it might be the last question in the round, and you might say, right, how many questions in this round did nobody get right? 10 seconds starts now. People start putting their answers in. Now I know what the answer is. Obviously I need to know what the answer is, so I'm going to put the answer in there and press enter, and then I read it out like a normal question. 2 teams answered correctly. The answer was 2 questions nobody got right in this round. So if we look at another one, it does say then you can attach a picture question to an on-the-fly question. You can actually attach an audio file as well, but in its basic form we've seen how it works on a keypad question. Another thing to note is we just looked at inserting an on-the-fly question. You could, if you wanted to, if you weren't in a round, you could do a whole round by clicking that red keypad on the fly button there, start the round, and then every question would be an on the fly question. That's another way of doing it. And also, while we're on, let's look at a nearest wins on the fly question. Nearest wins. So I'm going to set that to 30 points for my last question of the night, and I'm going to get a bit creative. So instead of asking a traditional question such as when did something happen, I'm going to get creative and I'm going to say, right, in the recent break where you all went to the bar, I actually walked to the bathroom and used the urinal. How many steps did I take to walk there and back? And your 10 seconds starts now. And they start having a guess at how many steps it took me. Now I know what the answer was because I counted, and I'm going to put the answer in there. 50, enter. And now we just read off the screen as you would with a normal nearest wins question. The correct answer is 50. And for submitting the closest answer of 56, the 30 points go to Manuel.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So that's an on-the-fly nearest wins question. So in its basic form, that is how on the fly works. Thanks for watching.